Is ISIS even capable, interested in developing a nuclear weapon or getting their hands on one? What do you think?
The official U.S. national security strategy says that the #1 threat to America is the risk of a nuclear terrorist incident. To be frank, that threat has declined over recent years as we broke up and scattered al-Qaeda, but the emergence of ISIS completely changes that calculus. We have never seen a group like this. They are different from any other terrorist group we've seen. They control large chunks of territory, including urban centers. They have an enormous financial resources, maybe as much as $2 billion, and an international recruitment network that can be used to bring in nuclear expertise or deliver a bomb should they build one. The risk right now of ISIS getting a nuclear weapon is small, but it's not zero. So the president's right to be concerned about this.
Well, you talk about the network, the ISIS network. One organization, in fact, Terrorism Research and Analysis Consortium, claims that a total of 60 distinct groups have pledged support to ISIS. So in your view, how do you think that they will use this network to their benefit and possibly acquiring the materials they need for something like this?
I'll tell you, a terrorist group cannot build a nuclear weapon from scratch because they can't make the material, the highly enriched uranium in particular. But if they could acquire that material, the other steps are well within their capabilities. Where would ISIS get the material? The two most likely sources are Russia, which has tons of this material still unsecured in poorly protected sites, and Pakistan. So the most disturbing information that came to my attention over the last couple of months was that factions of the Pakistan Taliban had pledged their allegiance to ISIL. That's the connection that worries me the most. An insider job in the Pakistan nuclear establishment where they have enough material for hundreds of nuclear weapons, getting that material into the territory controlled by ISIS.
Right, but it's one thing to acquire the materials. It's another to actually know how to make it. I mean, especially even making something like a dirty bomb. You know, it takes, I would think, a lot of expertise to do something like that.
That's exactly right, Pam, and that's why the risk is low. I mean, this kind of expertise isn't just lying around, but a determined group with the resources and the territory could do this. Numerous studies have shown over the last 10, 15 years, and particularly since 9/11, that it was well within the capabilities of a group like al-Qaeda, now like ISIS, to accumulate that material, the engineers, the metallurgists, a few physicists, a few weapons designers, and put that package together. It isn't as hard as people think, so what you've got to do is stop them from getting that material in the first place. Stop them from putting that combination of expertise together. You've got to secure the nuclear sites. And I think, as President Obama just did, you have to show them that if they take this step, they will be annihilated. You have to deter and prevent ISIS from getting such a weapon in the first place.